didn't know any part of Belfast at all, and we went to the housing executive. They had a big map there. Perhaps they still have. One corner orange, the other one green, one was grey, and this area here was grey, meaning it was mixed, suited us.
I want to welcome Sonia, Ewan and their team who are here to launch Glórtha Aduaidh. I've had the pleasure of working with both of them over at least 2 decades and a number of very innovative pioneering projects, and it's no surprise to me that they've come back with another initiative which is unique, but which will make, I think, a great contribution to our future.
Almost as soon after I got here, I got involved in running a youth club at the bottom of McClure Street on the Ormer Road. And that was very funny because it had a sign outside it that just opened it saying Mixed Youth Club. And what they meant was boys and girls. And what the local people thought it meant was Catholic and Protestant.
Since the start of the peace process, stories have begun to be told on the role played by politicians, paramilitaries, security forces and church leaders and many others. But to date there has been little recorded on ordinary people trying to live in extraordinary circumstances.
In our home, when you looked out the window, you could see the sentry post at the mountain of Forkhill. Occasionally there would be mortar attacks. So at our house, the big front window, if there was a bomb, it would wobble, and you could hear this large boom, and you knew immediately when it was a bomb. You could tell there was something so deep and bassy about the bombs window, and you kind of went, oh, there's a bomb, and then you kind of listened out for the news, but it wasn't, oh my God, it was kind of semi-normal.
Glórtha Aduaidh is a TV and radio documentary series of previously unheard voices and stories about the conflict in Northern Ireland and the border counties.
My name is Una Walsh. My birth certificate says Agnes, because at the time that I was christened, my eldest brother is Seamus. His birth certificate says James. At the time that we were christened, you couldn't register an Irish name in the Northern State. You couldn't call your child what you wanted to call it, because when they filled in the birth certificate, they registered it as an English form.
Béidir maith agus olc, grán agus brón, le cloisteáil, ag fríd na scialtaí ar fád be rud amháin soilear. Sé sin gur seo scíal, greag riní a bhar fríd am conspaide agus teag déileal go léthúil leis an síl nua a tá cruthí agin an seo inis.
Got my couple of green graph. Ní minic a tí daoine in air sin tí siad get a bug fuil nar a garter, but nar tí tú lin mór folla a tá picture trí trasna. Ag so current sé tinne sort of bhí seo go tú sin. Sí cos le syrup digan tú agus go daracha as a bhí sé.
Story main Shani Yakad Vini Bagu Harai gan Tishkin Cathrach or Halla. This gan Brieg in Winchester agus and Kubnia a glanu go puncha, agus and Kunchius a glanu, agus and chin Shinan Rauke, the Shin Corhon, so and Yagan Nistam Jan Bagurai. Kniasheski, can I was Kniasheski. We put in the Arigan Nahme and Anthony and Gujon and Yor, my go and Gortu Kojinshin. Ah, Massam my Erin in Golodini, agus Kelton Golodini on Dahi, Horley Hill, Vecantini, Tarida, Naholin Taravan since and Tridjus and Agoj, ah, go Milbjanish. Those has she been Honal Rai, Baguntasi.
I lived in Mount Fernan, but my daddy always believed in taking us away every year. We had a caravan down in Newcastle, and we used to go at the end of June right through till September. Not only my family went, maybe 3 of my friends and 3 of their friends, so a 7-berth caravan, 25 or 26 people were in it. But I mean, my daddy always had a minibus. They called us the Waltons because anywhere we went, all the people would say in this estate, all the blonde hairs and the snattery noses all getting out with your water boots on, your hats and all. It was just, I mean, I grew up in a brilliant household.
Fásta be sé chláir fáisne sa radio a chréilú RTÉ Raidió na Gaeltachta agus a Raidió Fáilte agus tá muid dúil go mór leis an comhaibris an fásta.
We were worried sick really because every time we went out the door to school and back, we were going to see them again. I was going to work and back, and I had to check the car, and each day, you know, you think, is this going to be the end? Because in those days, there were Catholics being shot almost just at random, sometimes twice a week, sometimes more. And we took all the precautions and all the rest of it, but at the end of the day, you know, we were living with this for years and years and years.
Táid ansáasta a bheith buinte leis an tógra seo, tíon gur tógra an táhachtach atá tóir sé seans le géine nach raibh as cóir an camera nó microphone ribh a scéal insint agus tílim go bhfuil sin an táhachtach mar orcan tú siar. Daoine costal lamsa gur féidir lom smaoinú siar go dtí tús na troblaidí agus na míltí daoine a tháinig fríd tamil uafasach agus bliantí nuair bhí droch troblaid a go ráis a chathair seo. Agus tá na míltí scéalta muon sin, agus cé seans bheith daoine na scéaltaí sin a einsin agus sílim gur seans an bhaid an tógra seo leis sin a dhéanú.
Bhí Belfast ag an am sin ar mera. Bhí cuid mhór athra go rá, bhí daoine Deutsche amach is cantar amháin agus a beg an daofa gotha cantar eile, so bhí rudaí másca is ní ró Kenneal Lanarnachas goes in a country show, how could ward in his jack like Halla and I jack a nua. And Nero Aitni Aqua Halla, Nero tradition or beyond Magahara, cos la canter cosla Kaloya. We show fear oxylum. And fact, Jen, a dag say Ormsa, like I can't say, Grak say Gagina Trigachi, cos then a roddy a Halla do. Marial or Comera agus a V and I chance in Tromiact. If ein an bronach, the male was sugum, garoma wak, a gulligal fridge, the ruddy a hui me hen freeho. Now, egg and am, the arahan me, garoma gul fridge rudder be, but tas sugum, garo chonakar more, egg shen urum.
When Sonia, Paul and Ewan first began to explain to me what they were trying to achieve in undertaking this project, I actually thought about my own family growing up during the Troubles in Belfast, and the stories my mum and dad could have told if they were still here today. They were the ordinary people bringing up a family in a working class area of Belfast in which rioting, barricades, bombings and shooting just became everyday occurrences. If asked about their experience, I wondered would they talk about some of the funny incidents of us girls trying to climb over barricades in miniskirts to get out to dances or to meet boyfriends, or the older men who were called out to supposedly protect the area, sitting around fires at street corners sleeping, which we nicknamed Dad's Army? Or would they be the more difficult stories that they would reflect on? Dad having to get people out past a bomb in the bar that he worked in, or the fact that their eldest son was shot at when he walked home from work, simply because he'd red hair and he happened to live in the same street as the person they were trying to kill.
Unemployment in our areas are ridiculous. The education attainment is really bad. The parents don't expect it of their young people. And that's really sad too. It's about getting young people and parents to push their kids. And I think then that's when things will change, because they'll have a better outlook in life.
Well, mar tíimid ag an bhhaimite tá ceist dealing with the past. Mar príoracht ag na Palatóirí in Crochan Anfa. Agus is príoracht don phobal ar a talú chomáid. Níl dói ceart na dói amháin hon rudí mar seo dhéanú. Tá mu déine breisiú talú uair an tamar fád caiimiid sinna dhéanú. Agus is kids den obair sin é seo go bhfuil daoine ag gol chun tosa a luairt leis an camera, a luairt ar radio fitú den a rudaí a tharla lofaisiúd nuair a bhí an Ciblingtir siúlas in san kid seo tíre.
And I came out of the house and there was like a tarpaulin type thing over the car. And I remember looking back, and at 14 years of age I learned hatred. I looked back and I saw that man's face and his head blown away. My brother and my sister were both with me that day, and it never affected them the way it affected me. Sometimes I wished I hadn't looked back.